It's your boy Maz Double. What it do? We here. We got the first episode. It's your boy Maz. It's your host, actually. It's your host, Maz Double. We here, and alongside me is my co-host, Louis Alsola. Shout out to Louis Alsola. We here, man.
Hey, estamos ready. We ready, baby.
He's the co-host and he's the executive producer. He's behind the boards, handling the business, man. We here, man. I'm excited, man. Let's give another round of applause. Let's go. Turn up.
Ya tú sabes.
Massive Talk Podcast.
We're ready. Ya tú sabes. Luis Arzola. Estamos ready aquí. Max Dobo. I want to thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you as well, man.
Estamos ready para esta madre. This is Massive Talk Podcast, baby.
We live. Round of applause. We here. I'm excited about this, man. I'm a rapper, artist, now turning entrepreneur, now turning journalist. Okay, let me find out. Your boy is here, man, to give y'all a good show. You know what I'm saying? And to turn up and we try something new, man, in the podcast world, man. We finally made it, though, man. We here, man. I'm excited. You see it, man. You see everything, man. We here, man. Everything's getting polished up, man, little by little, man. Production's right. The set is right. Man, let's go, man. Give another round of applause to them, to the people. For y'all. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be here either, man. You guys are my motivation to keep going as well, man. For real, man. I want to start the show off by saying thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start the show off by saying thank you to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about everybody who engaged on the social media posts about the logo selection for the Massive Talk Podcast. We finally picked the logo, man. As y'all can see, man, right behind you on the screen. You see the logo, man. Massive Talk Podcast, man. 2025.
Era, estamos activos, Max Dobo. I'm going to be speaking a little bit Spanish sometimes. I'll do the English.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Estamos ready.
Yes, we are.
We've been setting up. Max Double invited me here. He's going to be talking. This is going to be a weekly thing.
Yes, sir.
Make sure that you go to Max Double in YouTube.
Yes,
you can
sir.
see it right there. Max Double.
Yep.
Massive Talk Podcast. I'm gonna be running the board with Mass Double. He's gonna be running the show. Once in a while, I'm gonna interact. There's gonna be what you're gonna be having here.
Man, the first thing was the thank yous. Also, I wanted to give another thank you too, especially last month. I made the front page of the Republican Mass Live. I want to give a big thank you to April. She's a writer at the Mass Live of Republican. This is a newspaper that was written on me. I don't know if a lot of y'all seen this. Last month, it was in the front page. It was in all the stores. We made the page.
I'm going to zoom it in. Déjalo ahí. All right. Tell me a little bit about that. What happened there? How the hell you ended up in the cover in the eso
Man, a beautiful angel, man.
eso fue en dónde the Republican.
I put it back on the screen. Boom. This is the Republican right here. Woo. And it was on Mass Live, man. So Republican and Mass Live are together. Saying they're both merged together.
And how that happened?
This whole past, I sell a lot of CDs and merch in the streets. I'll be outside selling my merch, touching the people, with the people, outside, man. Being outside, just networking and selling a lot of merch and CDs, man. I consider myself the king of selling CDs. In 2025, still doing that. So while being outside doing that, I meet a lot of people. And one day, man, I met this beautiful angel, man. Her name was April. And she worked for the Republican in Mass Live. And she's a writer. She's a journalist. And we ended up interacting about my music. And then she told me she was a writer at the Republican. So I told her, hey, man, you should write that. You should write an article about me, And then I started telling her about my music journey.
Okay.
And also, I was diagnosed with cancer. A lot of you might know this by now, and a lot of you might not know. But I was diagnosed with cancer 3.5 years ago with lymphoma, stage 3, right?
Okay.
And so that caught her attention when I was telling her about the cancer. She decided to really write the story even more because she was like, man, you're outside doing the old school way out the trunk, She was like, yo, you're outside, out the trunk doing this.
O sea, tú sabes, a los Wu-Tang Clan, a los Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, she said you're doing it the old school way, and she was inspired by that. And then she was like, yeah, all right, and you're fighting cancer. So she decided to write a story on me, and she wrote a story on me,
And
man.
just to give some context to the people, is that Mass Double is out there, as you see
The
you
merch
see
right
the
here on the
merch right
table. Yep,
here.
yep.
Mass Double has been working on his brand. He's a singer. He's an artist. He's an entrepreneur. He
Yes,
has a whole
yes,
bunch of different businesses.
yes, yes.
This is part of this is an evolution that he
Yeah.
invited me to be part of, and I told him, "Dale, vamos para allá."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the podcast, thank you, Lewis, because the podcast is the new wave. Well, it's been the wave for a long time, and it's been on my mind for a long time to get into the podcast world. I was inspired by the whole podcast world. There's a lot of people, especially in my area in the 413. There's a few people that have inspired me and to do the podcast as well. I like the whole podcast thing, and I'm gonna give a shout out to them. There's a few people. I'm gonna give a shout out to Frank Nino with Force to Win podcast. Shout out to him. That's my guy. Yep, round of applause to him. Another one that is Memin Calidad. You know what I'm saying? He's a comedian, entrepreneur, and he also has his own podcast.
Big shout out a Memín, big shout out a Memín. Tú sabes que hay Memín.
Me and my boy, and then I got another guy. His name is Lewis. That he's sitting right here, right next to me. He was doing the podcast thing, and he still does. He got his Ansola Multimedia.
Ya tú
And
sabes.
he was another guy that inspired me. He invited me as a guest to do an interview on his podcast about, I think it was last year or something.
Yeah, last year, that December, before everything, el
know.
revolú, ya tú
So
sabes.
he's one of those guys that inspired me as well. And Montana Antifeca, that's another guy. And I'm speaking about people in the Western Mass area of my community. These are people that been in the podcast world for a while as well. They inspired me as well. So I got to give a shout out to these individuals. They paved the way in the 413. And if I'm missing anybody else, I'm very sorry if I'm missing any other names. But these are like the top four people in the game 413 when it comes down to the podcast world. They inspired me, And now if we're going to talk about the industry, the major industry, there's a lot of people like podcast world. I'll give a shout out to Joe Buttons. You know what I'm saying? There's who else? So we got Joe Buttons, we got Joe Rogan, we have who else got the podcast?
Nori, que tal,
Drink
Nori.
Champs, definitely Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game. Gillian Wallow, shout out to everybody I'm naming right now. Shout out to them because they inspired me to do the podcast thing. And there's a lot of people doing it, so I like this whole environment of media, cameras, lights, action. So I was like, you know what? I gotta definitely dive into this world of podcasting. So now here we are, man. I created Massive Talk Podcast with my beautiful co-host Louis Alsola, and we here, man. You see the energy, you see the vibes, man. I'm very excited.
And thank you for the beautiful. Thank you.
All my people that I mentioned, beautiful people, beautiful souls. I love every one of y'all, man. We lit, man. We tapped in, So this podcast, we're gonna focus on a lot of different things, man.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about the podcast now. What we're gonna be focusing on.
Layout.
Yeah, we're gonna be, a lot of y'all, I want you to look out for this, man. We're gonna be focusing on trending topics, that's
Okay.
going on in the world, local and worldwide. We're going to be even doing reaction videos. You're going to get our opinions and perspective from reacting to videos. That's what me and Lewis is going to be doing. And everything will have positive energy focus. We're going to always focus on positivity.
Okay.
Things like that. Uplifting the community. Definitely, we're going to be uplifting the community.
So we're gonna have people from the community talking to us here.
Yes. Also, we're going to have, go ahead. You go
No,
ahead.
I'm just asking you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Just asking, of the cancer. But we're gonna have some interviews.
Special guests.
Of course, I'm gonna be running the board and all that stuff. I'm gonna be interacting with you, but
Yep.
you pretty much are going to be talking about your agendas,
Yes,
what's
yes.
going on with the Mass Double.
Yes.
Tell people where you're gonna be out there
Yes.
with the merch,
Yep.
and of course events and things that are popping up, which
Yes.
we're gonna be talking about that
We're gonna
soon.
get into that,
But
yep.
they're the things that are happening. Go ahead.
So we're also gonna, like he said, we're gonna also invite special guests to do interviews, and we're gonna give the guests more spotlight through this platform and introducing them to all my followers that I have and into the world, man. Because I have a lot of followers. That's another thing that I engage a lot, and I get a lot of followers every day in the community when I'm outside. I meet a lot of people, And anybody watching right now, they know that I'm talking about them because they subscribed and they like my content. And I meet them every day. A lot of people I meet every day, and I direct traffic to all my social media. And those that have hit the like button and subscribe and all that, I appreciate y'all. A round of applause to them.
Ahí está.
You know that.
Aplauso para todos ustedes.
Yes, man. Thank you for staying with
For
us.
supporting.
Yes, and continuing. We're at 15K. I was telling myself the other day. I said, when we hit 100K, right now we're at 15,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? I told myself, I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, I seen Kai Cenat jump out of a plane. We're gonna talk about Kai Cenat too and his million followers, but the million subscribers on Twitch. Congratulations to him. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But I seen him jump out of a plane for his million subscribers. He said, when I hit 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna jump out of plane. So I said, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, you know what? If we hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, when we hit 100,000, not if, because we are gonna hit.
When
We hit 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I am going to jump out of a plane. Round of applause for that.
Yo te pongo esta.
You see my face, right? Like,
No te
tires. But hey, and the work is
No, but it's for real. So you're telling everybody that when we get to the 100,000 followers in your channel, and what is the channel?
YouTube channel, Mass Double.
I put it right here.
Put it right there. I was gonna spell it out, but it's right there on your screen.
Right there. Look at it. YouTube, Mass Double.
So I'm telling the people that once you guys get me to 100K subscribers,
Okay.
I will be jumping out of a plane, right? And then we're gonna record the whole thing as well.
Y yo voy para allá.
Y
yo voy para allá.
And Lewis is gonna be there for sure. And so listen. So it's up to y'all. So basically, if you guys get me to the 100K, it's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys will be able to see me jump out of a plane, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do it. So how many of you want to see Mass Double jump out of a plane? Leave it in your comments down here. Leave it in your comments.
Drop it in the comments.
And make sure that you share, and that you get your mom, your cousin, your abuelo, your tia, your boys from the block, everybody to right here. Míralo. Look at it right there.
Massive Talk Podcast, but subscribe definitely to the YouTube channel.
Mass Double at YouTube, baby.
And
Mass Double.
You want to see me jump out of a plane? You know what I'm saying? 100K. Let's get that. So moving along, boom. So that was the beautiful thing right there. I wanted to start off my podcast with that beautiful message. The intro, beautiful thing. Now we can get into some topics. Round of applause.
Right, let's do it.
Let's get into some topics that I gathered up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Ponte la musiquita ahí, por favor. Put the beat of the intro, please.
This is a song to the intro. This is called Legendary.
Legendary, ese intro, el intro. Voy a poner eso ahí bajito, tú sabes, para que.
That's the intro. That's the intro beat, right? We got the intro.
Sí, con el beat,
yeah. We got the instrumental, but this is the song, and the song is called Legendary. Right. It's coming out in my new album. I'm dropping.
So, tira, vamos para el topic, vamos para allá. Dale.
Boom. So my first topic that I wanted to talk about. So I think it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We had the Canelo and Crawford fight, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you seen that? Did you see that, Luis?
Yo no la vi. Bueno, what I saw was the cuts out there on Facebook.
After.
El puño. That's what I saw.
You seen it?
That freaking. Parecía tembleque. Pero según, porque pues no te voy a decir, I'm not going to tell you that I watched the whole fight.
Seen the highlights.
I seen the highlights of it. Canelo lost it, right?
Yeah.
However,
who were you going for? Matter of fact, I wanted to ask you that.
But I would say Canelo, but I didn't really, I can't really focus.
I was going on Canelo too.
Porque voy a ser hipócrita.
Yeah, and I didn't know nothing about Crawford, man.
Pero
that day I did.
What happened there? You watched the.
I watched
tell
the
me,
fight.
háblame, dime.
I was going for Canelo too.
Dile al corillo, tell everybody what's your opinion on what happened.
So Canelo is an amazing fighter. I've been a fan of Canelo and a bunch of other greats as well in the boxing world. Canelo's one of them. Shout out to the Mexicans, man. Mexico, let's go. To the Mexican people. But I was going for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a legend, bro. And he's always, beat people up, man. Really good, man.
But Canelo's been around. Like, how old is this guy?
He's a legend.
He's like 40-something, right?
He's like 40-something. I don't know the exact age, but he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows. And I'm sure a lot of people were going for him.
And the other fighter, what's the deal with the other fighter?
His name is Crawford, right? So Terrence Crawford, So Terrence Crawford, I didn't know nothing about Terrence Crawford until this day. Like as far as fighting, I never watched any of his fights.
Okay.
So, that day I learned, man. I learned about Crawford, man. He's an amazing fighter. I want to give him that. He put up a hell of a fight, like really, really clean. You know what I'm saying? He's usually a little smaller, so he had to bump his weight up. I don't know if it was like 20 pounds. If I'm wrong, in the comments, you guys drop in the comments what exactly. But I think he
Yeah,
had
let
to.
us know.
Yeah, let us know, man. But he had to go up, I think, a couple weight classes up. I think if I got it right, to fight Canelo, he had to move up in weight and everything.
So just for me to, since I didn't really know exactly the details and stuff
Yeah,
like
he
that
was
of the
smaller,
fight,
so he had to move
was
up.
that esto era un championship?
It was a championship fight, yo. Canelo, I think, had 4 or 5 belts, and Crawford took them all.
That day?
He took them all
Con
that day.
el tembleque punch. Tell me about that tembleque
Yo,
punch. What's the deal with it?
he
Eso fue
got
que
him.
le metió una papi que se le ame
Even Canelo looked like he was looking like,
así, Corillo.
yeah, you seen him? He gave him that look like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen that, man. So, but on that fight, so now, great fight, guys, great fight. I would like to see another
All
one.
right.
That'd be amazing.
Okay.
But, so Canelo, even though he lost, he still got $100 million for that fight, even if he lost.
Wow.
$100 million.
See, this is a little bit out of topic, but within the concept, right?
Yep.
So you're talking about fights, right?
Mhm.
So you heard about this Juanma Lopez, Gallo, the producer fight?
Yeah, I know who that is, and I think I seen something that he's in a
Okay,
fight.
so this
I
is
think I
something that
listened.
since you like to talk about fights, how about for next
We talk about
show?
that one. We
Next show
will.
we talk.
We'll talk
We'll
about that.
talk every week. We're gonna talk about a couple fights.
Couple fights. You know
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? And then I'm gonna get
We'll
into the
definitely talk
flow.
about Gallo though, because he's about to fight soon too. I got to do
Yeah,
my
I'm
research.
saying.
I got to do my research on who he's
So
fighting
let's
and all
do
that.
that.
But I definitely gonna do that. So,
Do
but
that.
Crawford for winning got 15 to 20 mil. Crawford got 15 to 20 mil, and but Canelo got 100 mil. He wanted 100 mil. He got the 100 mil. So that was an amazing payout for both.
Espérate, Canelo cobró 100,000 como
100 million for the
por
fight.
perder,
Por
cabrón.
perder, he still win or lose, he still got the 100 million. But he lost his belts. He lost his
Yeah.
belts, and Crawford got he's new champion.
Y ya tú sabes que ahora Crawford, cuando venga para otra pelea, el tipo no va a venir para ningunos 15 millones. Ese tipo va a
Oh, he's
pedir,
going more.
he's gonna ask money.
He's gonna ask for more. He'll probably go up 30 to 50 million. You know what I'm saying, on the next fight. Boom. Talking about fights, the next fight that's happening
Which
soon
one?
is Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. You know who Tank Davis is?
I have no idea who Ted
You
Davis
don't?
is. I know who Jake Paul is. I know Jake Paul, que es
Yep.
el tipo que fue que he fought. ¿Con quién fue que él peleó
A bunch of
Puerto
people. The
Rico?
last one was Mike Tyson, I think.
Oh yeah, the Mike Tyson fight que todo el mundo estaba, everybody was talking about how it was like Mike Tyson didn't really perform, pero ¿qué tú crees de eso?
Well,
What
the
do you
Mike
think
Tyson
about
one.
the Tyson
Mike
one?
Tyson's legend. I think he's about to fight. They're planning a fight. He's fighting Mayweather soon. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Tyson?
I don't know if they canceled that fight, but Mayweather and Mike Tyson's supposed to be fighting. I seen something floating around. It's an expedition fight. That's what it is.
Exhibition.
Exhibition.
So
Sorry,
basically, they're official fights, pero que no son fights they're not for
exhibition.
championships or none of that stuff. It's
Yeah.
just to entertain yourself, que esos
And
dos
big
entregan
bucks, and
galletas
big
ahí.
bucks, like big money, like it's big money behind it. So regardless, it's a payout. It's a payout fight.
Yo, you're gonna have to organize a local influencer.
Yeah. Why you say that? Why you say that? Why you say that?
Vamos, ponerme para los guantes yo, como alguien por ahí.
Yeah, that much money, like for real. Okay, Lewis wants to fight.
No vacile.
Yo, so
Pero como todo el mundo, since everybody's fighting, that's what I'm saying.
let
Like,
me tell
okay,
so
you
let,
should do a local fight.
yo, so
Tournament.
let me tell you what Tank Davis is making for the fight. He's getting 40 million.
Y Jake Paul.
I don't know what Jake Paul's getting. I think he's the one hosting the
¿Quién está
event.
pagando ese dinero?
Jake Paul and his team.
Oh, so Jake Paul got the money.
MVP Promotions. That's the name of their his promotion.
Didn't he have signed la muchacha boricua? What's her name?
Amanda Serrano. Yeah.
Doesn't he have her?
I was disappointed about her last fight too with Katie.
Eso fue the same day of
Katie
the Mike Tyson, right?
I forgot her name, Katie Holmes or something, huh?
I think so. Well, I'm
Katie
not quite
Holmes.
sure.
I think it is Katie Holmes. But what did you ask me right now?
Que eso, it was in the same fight. It was in the same Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that was the first one that
En la
she lost.
cartelera, ¿cómo se dice eso en inglés?
Yeah, the card. It was on the card.
And the same, la cartelera.
The card. It's called card.
The same night.
CARD card.
Okay.
It was on the same card. But that was the first fight that she did, and she lost to a headbutt. And then she wanted a rematch after.
Eso fue Serrano que quería rematch.
Quería rematch porque perdió, porque todo el mundo dijo que Katie Holmes, I think that's her name, Katie Holmes, she's Irish. She's an Irish fighter. They said that Katie Holmes cheated, you know,
Porque le
and
metió un cabezazo.
algo así, he got cheated or whatever. So they wanted a rematch, and then she gave her the rematch. They fought again, and she lost again. Amanda Serrano. Yeah, so that was very
Pero como
disappointing.
quiera, they had her everywhere in Puerto Rico. Olvídate, en Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, olvídate de
Oh, she's
eso.
lit. Yeah, Amanda
Ella es
Serrano's
una
still lit.
legend.
Yeah, she's a legend. She's always gonna be a legend. She's always gonna be lit forever. You know, no matter what. She made her name in her boxing world, and she's an amazing fighter as well. Let's not take that away from her.
Okay,
I
so,
was going for Amanda Serrano, though, obviously Boricua. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But the Irish took it. You know what I'm saying? And
So right,
but shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Shout
so
out
right
to them.
now, Jake Paul.
That's coming up in Tank Davis. Yeah, $40 million
When is
fight.
this? You know when
I
this
don't
fight
know,
is?
but I know it's coming up probably. It could be in October. I think it's in
Okay.
October. I don't know the exact date,
Okay.
but I think it's in October.
You know,
Yeah.
this opens up the possibility. I like it. I like it that you're talking about fights and that you like that stuff
Yeah, I
because we
do.
could start getting involved and bring fighters that are local out there. So
Yeah, I
you
know.
know,
I know a few. I know a few locals, man. I
in
know. Yeah.
Holyoke, they had this
The gym, you
the
talking
gym.
about the Whitleys? Yeah,
Yes.
the Whitleys. Shout out to my man. He goes into that gym.
I
And
was
he does
gonna
his
ask
thing
you a
over there.
question about
Yeah,
the
shout
leg.
out to Denzel Whitley too. He's fire. He's one of he's one of the Western Mass, and like he's like a national fighter. And he's fire.
Those are the guys of that gym over there because they got the golden gloves.
Yeah,
Esa gente
that
they have
that's
something to do with
that's
that.
Denzel's Whitley's family's gym. His father, his uncle.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they're called the Whitley's Gym.
Pues
Boxing.
eso es buena para traerlo para acá.
Yeah. So hopefully one day we could get Denzel Whitley over here for an interview. That'd be amazing. So shout out to Denzel Whitley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big shout out to 413 on that, man, because we got a champion right there.
And that's why I'm telling you about this because I see your interest in how you're talking about fights and
Yeah, I love
stuff
boxing.
like
I
that.
love boxing.
And
It's a good
eso es
sport.
bueno. Voy a tener que yo ponerme a ver.
You know, we gotta get them trained. We gotta get them trained up. You know what I'm saying? So now, so boom. So now we talked about boxing, man. Beautiful, man. The next thing I wanted to talk about, for real, is this Bad Bunny concert performing for the halftime Super Bowl. Boricuas, we won right there. That's super lit. In February for the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
they just announced that Bad Bunny is performing for the Super Bowl halftime show.
yeah,
How you
yeah.
feel about that?
Yo, I like it. I'm
I
very
love
happy about that. I will say like a lot of people this morning,
it. Yep.
today. When did they announce this? Like on Sunday?
I think yesterday. Yeah, if not Saturday,
Today's
but
Tuesday already. But
okay, it could have been Sunday. It
this
could have been Sunday.
morning, lo que es, this morning, bro, the 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 internet was on fire. The
Fire.
radio station this morning, también over there, in the morning show, the Spanish radio station, on fire. Everybody, they were talking about um, what was your opinion? You think that Bad Bunny should go by himself? You think he should bring people?
Yes, he
I
should.
saw all this freaking AI stuff out there.
I think he should bring people.
You saw the AI that they did. There was un AI ahí.
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see
We should
it. Tell me about it.
un AI ahí que sale, mira, estoy Bad Bunny and I'm gonna go. It's an AI and it's saying that he's gonna be in the football. Checate Bad Bunny AI.
All right, let me see.
Super Bowl.
¿Cuál?
No cojas allá, no la cojas. Ay, oh yeah, you might.
Right there. Look at it. Okay, so which one, the AI? ¿Cuál es tu?
Tienes que escribir Bad Bunny Super Bowl AI
Okay, Super Bowl.
para ver qué sale. Pero,
Super Bowl.
so, el AI es un relajo que yo estoy Bad Bunny, I'm gonna talk. And the way, you know how, like, a little bit the way I talk, like, como sabe mucho boricua que doesn't speak that much, I don't, that's gonna be very difficult for me to do that.
Okay.
To find it.
Yep.
It's
Trying to find the video for it.
I shared it in my Facebook. But basically, what I'm saying is that everybody, a lot of people are making fun of that.
Not that one.
That is not Bad Bunny. I don't see the.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So tell me about it.
Pero nada, básicamente, my opinion on that is I am very proud. It is a very big move. However, the Anglo population and not all the MAGA people tan cabronados.
I heard. I seen that trend that like Americans are mad that Bad Bunny's gonna perform. I seen like things like that a lot of Americans are mad about that.
And I this morning I also saw Whoopi Goldberg talking about it. You could check that out. Maybe Whoopi Goldberg on The View.
And was it good or
talking
bad?
about Bad Bunny.
Was it good or bad?
She was saying good stuff, but you could check a ver si lo encuentras ahí, perhaps. Si lo encuentras ahí en el YouTube para que se lo pongamos a la gente, we could put it
Bad
for
Bunny.
people. But what's your opinion? You over there in your house that are just listening to this podcast.
Drop comments. Drop comments.
Massive Talk Podcast. Remember, right here in the top, in the top, in the top.
That one.
Just
Boom.
press
Yep,
and put
yep.
it to the side, sideways.
Yep. Yep.
No, está al revés.
Okay. Okay. Boom,
Está al revés.
boom.
Lo podemos subir. Is that a commercial right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, it is. It is. But what she was saying about it, what she was like trying to give us the whole.
Papi premium, oíste.
Look at this is it here. What do you want me to do with that? Yeah. Okay, she's
Well,
talking about it right there. There you go.
Or at the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, you know, he previously refused to do a national tour here in the U.S. because of the ice raids, but wrote in a post, I've been thinking about it, and after discussions with my team, I think I'll just do one date in the United States. And he added, this is for my people, my culture, and our history. He also has a history of speaking out against you know who. So a lot of the MAGA folks apparently are
Para
very
eso,
upset.
stop that right quick. Stop that right quick. You notice how she said, you know who, and she kind of like didn't mention who
Yeah.
who you think she's
I
talking
don't know.
about.
Tell me. Like, who's
The president.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
what's going on? I don't know, which is, just keep me with him. But I'm going to tell you something that is outside of this topic, but
Okay,
it goes
you
with
think,
it.
you think?
You notice how you know who, and she
Yeah.
was hesitant about mentioning the president
Yeah.
directly
Yeah, I did see that.
because you saw what happened to Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah, he got
And he's
canceled.
back. He got
He's
canceled,
back.
and he's back.
He's back. That's another
But
thing
they
that was trending
can't-
recently
but-
too.
Because Trump and the FCC are attacking people who talk against them.
Okay.
So of course, she's talking about what's going on with
So
Bob
she couldn't
Bunny.
say his name. She
She's
couldn't say-
explaining.
yeah.
Now you see why it was that I thought in reality that Bob Bunny did the 30 shows in Puerto Rico because of how his shows were not doing that well
Yeah.
on the last tour here in the United States.
Okay.
That's one. Okay. But also, I was not aware of his statement that he didn't want people to get raided
Okay.
because of the ice raids, and that's why he did it in Puerto Rico, which is
Oh.
that's eso es very commendable. Okay, and that's what she's talking about.
Okay,
But I
okay.
just wanted to point that out on where we at in this country.
I'm happy you pointed
That
it
a
out.
lot of people are very hesitant, especially people that are established, like Whoopi Goldberg. Like we're doing a podcast and we're doing our thing, right?
Yes.
But Whoopi Goldberg is an established entertainer,
Yep,
and you
yep.
see how she's very hesitant
To say his name.
about mentioning him.
Hey, you want me to go back to
You know, dale, zumba ahí, pero eso
But
es lo
they're
que-
upset all the time. You know, and, you know, it's a great American, another great American performer is going to be performing.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem because y'all do remember Puerto Rico is part of the
Thank
United
you.
States.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
So,
not that I thought you
Let's
did.
go, let's go, let's
páralo
go.
ahí, ahí.
Let's go, let's go, let's
So,
go.
give us your opinion about that. What you think? ¿Qué tú crees de esto?
About the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny and everything.
Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
lo que dijo Whoopi right now. You know,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that's where we at.
Basically, yeah, man. I'm proud about Bad Bunny. Period, man. That's all I'm really focusing on. That he's actually been doing great things. He
Yeah.
actually he brought his concerts. He brought his concerts to Puerto Rico, right? And then the economy from Puerto Rico gained over $400 million. Round of applause for that. Just by him bringing his concert to Puerto Rico to make everybody fly to Puerto Rico to go see him there and spend money in the Puerto Rico on the island.
Hey, te voy a decir, I'm going to tell you that became like a cultural thing because I met
love
a big shout out a Sasha, yeah, que she used to work with me. She went to Puerto Rico, a co-worker. There was a lot of people that took the plane and went over there. You know what I'm saying? My
Yes.
boy Jose, big shout out to Jose.
Shout out to Jose for flying out there and going to see Bad Bunny and spend that money over there. Let's
Jose
go.
Gonzalez, that's another person we gotta bring over here. He's over there in Humans. He's a philosopher, doctor.
That's
Dr.
fire.
Zay.
Yeah, we'll bring him to
Ya
have
tú
massive
sabes.
talk.
So, que mucha gente, a lot of people took the plane and went over there.
Yeah, that's big.
It was something that
That's
I
massive. That's
even.
massive.
It was crazy how he did the last. You know that he did 30. They were all sold out.
Sold out.
He
You
does a
heard?
31, a 30.
Massive talk. That's what massive talk is. You know what I'm saying? That's what massive talk is. It's
Yeah,
that. We're
massive
talking
talk,
about
massive influence. Una cosa fuera de liga.
Yeah,
Con
big
lo de Bad
deals.
Bunny. Pero ahora lo del Super Bowl, otro cantazo más.
That and not only the Super Bowl, they also got him opening up. He's in it. So the first episode of the season for 51 for SNL which is October 4th, they got Bad Bunny opening it up. You heard? He's going to be hosting the first season, the first episode of the season, which is season 51, October 4th. And his musical guest is going to be Doja Cat. Shout out to them. That's
Woo!
big. So a lot of
Chequeate
big
en
things.
YouTube. See in YouTube if you can find put Bad Bunny SNL 251 to see
Okay, let
what
me see.
happens.
Okay, Bad Bunny. I got you. I
Para ver
got you.
si encontramos algo de eso para que el corillo, so everybody could get
Let's see.
entertained
Let's see.
and see that as well.
Now they don't. Let me
SNL
see.
51, no?
Let me see. SNL
SNL
51.
51.
Let me try to see right now.
The commercial is the
One
commercial.
day
Bad
ago, is
Bunny.
hosting.
Doja
Here's what
Cat.
they're talking about.
Tira eso. Ponlo de lado.
This way.
All
Hold on.
right.
Let me know. This way or the
Ese
other
es
way?
el commercial. All right, ¿qué es esto? Let's see that. Let's react to
Bad
that.
Bunny
Let's
is
react to this.
hosting season premiere on SNL. Look at with Doja Cat. See that?
Ese es el comercial.
Yeah, that was
That was the commercial.
that was
Okay,
it. Yep.
puede
Boom.
quitar
Let's
eso.
get out of there. Boom. All right. Boom. That
And
was
of
it.
course,
We're shooting, man.
I'm getting estoy aquí, tú sabes, los cambios de cámara with the changes of camera and all
Boom.
that
So
stuff.
that's
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Basically, another thing I wanted to talk about. Moving on. Moving on. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Round of applause for that. Moving on.
El duro Bad Bunny
I also
rompiendo.
I was telling you about Kai Cenat. You never heard of Kai
Ah, you
Cenat?
don't even know who that
Yeah,
is.
he's
No.
like one of the biggest streamers of our like time right now. You know what I'm
Okay, ¿qué
saying?
hace ese tipo?
He's just he brings a lot of like raw guests,
Búscalo.
amazing guests to his streaming on Twitch, and he hit a 1 million subscriber. He was the first. He broke the record basically. He broke his own record 3 times on Twitch. Just look him up on real quick. Give me a second. But yeah, Kai Cenat, he brings a lot of people, man. He done a lot. He got a lot of big things going on, man. Real big. He's a young guy that does. Let me see, Kai Cenat breaking the record. All right, breaking. I got you right now. Breaking record.
Remember, you're tuning in Massive Talk
Podcast.
with Mass Double and Louis Arzoni.
Hold on. Here, you can put this on, but this ain't side view. This is gonna be like a view like this.
A ver, ¿qué es eso?
Oh, it's not going.
Oh, ¿quién es ese tipo?
Yeah, he broke the record.
Oh, yo lo he visto.
Sorry for the side view, y'all, but this is
No, eso es normal.
Yeah.
Pero ese escándalo que tiene esa gente ahí. So what he does? He does jokes and
Yeah,
stuff like
everything,
that.
man.
He be pranking people, pranking.
Not really pranking, but he does his thing called Mafiathon, where he rents like a mansion out, right? And
Okay.
he does 20, I think 30-day, 24-hour live streaming. I'm talking about 24 hours for
Como
30
la
days.
casita de Alofoque, something like that.
Something like that.
La Telemundo, what do you call this? Esta gente.
I think so.
La Casa de los Famosos, like that. Like a 24-hour
Live
stream
stream,
where
live
he's
stream.
in the house with
Live
other
stream,
people.
yeah, with other people bringing guests through, celebrities and all
Okay.
types of things, and it turned up. So, anyways, he's the first one on Twitch to break the record to 1 million subscribers. So that's super lit. Shout out to Kai Cenat. Lit. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yo, remember, coming soon, we lit
We lit.
the
You heard?
shirts.
Definitely lit out here, man. Shout out to the team, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. For real, man. I appreciate that. The Massive Talk Podcast, and man, we lit, man. Shit.
All right, so you gotta talk about that was your
Yes.
topic,
Boom.
but let's talk about what's going on with Mass Double and what's coming up.
Yeah, so I want to end the show up tonight. I want to end the show with talking about I got a show coming up.
You want me to put the flyer right there?
Yeah, let's put the flyer up. I got a show coming
Por la
up.
canción, por la canción.
Boom, I got you right now with the song. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be performing one of these songs. It's called Legendary.
You gotta be performing your hits, what you got out there.
Yes, new stuff, new music.
Well, this is going to be in the Clover Bar.
Yup.
Clover Bar,
What's the
October
address?
3rd.
What's the
October
address?
3rd.
October
104 High Street, baby. 104 High Street in Holyoke, Massachusetts.
So make sure y'all pop out, come out and see your boy. Luis Arzola is going to be there, my co-host, and I'm going to go there and bring that energy. There's a bunch of artists that's on this flyer right here. Show the flyer again.
I put the flyer right there.
Shout out to them, all these artists that are performing.
Yeah, let me see. Let me tell you. You got Jala Supreme.
Shout out to Jala Supreme. You know what I'm saying?
Two
Lee. Shout out to Lee.
The Gifted.
Shout
Big
out to
Liddy.
him. Big Liddy. Shout out to Big Liddy.
P Boy.
P Boyo. That's my guy.
Y tenemos música de esa gente. This is next week. This week.
Yeah, this is this week, Friday the 3rd.
This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday I'll be showing up and I'm gonna perform alongside these beautiful artists, amazing artists. Lit. We're gonna put on an amazing show. Make sure y'all pop out. If you're in the Western Mass 413 area and you want to see a Mass Double perform, pull up. Plus, I'm gonna have merch on me if y'all want to tap in and grab some merch. And like I said, shout out to everybody that's already bought my clothing brand. Everything, man. We're super lit. The music, I got an album out, the compilation. Y'all can grab that as well. And I definitely got new music about to roll out soon. Word, man. So yeah,
That's
man.
what it is, baby. That's what it is.
This is our first episode, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We lit, you know what I'm saying? Me and my guy Louis Arsola. We about to wrap it up, man. That's it. We'll be back next week with it.
Next week we're gonna do more. We're gonna go for the hour. That's what it is. This is Massive Talk Podcast, baby.
Let's go. You heard the outro. Boom.
That's what it is.
Let's do it.
We are what? We lit.
We super lit.
Let's do it, baby. Massive
we out, man.
Talk Podcast.
Subscribe.
Suscríbete ya.